Hello, good evening, good evening. Eunice, finally. Beatrice, wow. Shaluta, kindly tell me whether the sound is okay, whether the net is okay. I'm waiting for your comments. Someone tell me, how is it? Are you getting us clearly? Good evening, good evening. My director, check on the comments there, how things are moving on. Good, good. I'm experiencing a challenge from my end. I can't check the comments. Okay, let me try to get in again. Wow. Just a minute, just a minute. Good, good, good. My director, I'm off. I can't access anything. I don't know what's happening on my end. Yes. Let me. Thank you. This is better as I try to. Oh, yes. Sorry. Beatrice, how is sound? Nyokabi, clear and audible. Thank you. At least now I'm settled. Good. Wow. Keep tagging those guys. In a few minutes we'll be in our today's topic. Great. Oh, thank you. Eunice, watching. Good. Beatrice, loud and clear. Thank you. We're going to start, and thank you, my director. At least I'm back. Okay. Thank you, guys. I want to welcome you to our tonight show, The Well Show, where we always meet on every Thursday at 7:30 to 8:30. And we discuss and talk matters that are affecting our society, affecting us, and how we can be able to build one another in this journey. I always say this is a show where all of us, we are able to converse. We are able to talk things that can be able to help one another. So welcome as we look today's area, and we want to talk about how to deal with negative vibes, how to deal with negative energy. Because this is something that has been in my mind for a number of months and days. How we are living in a very negative society, a toxic society, having very negative friends, and we want to see how can we be able, one, to identify these negative vibes or these guys. Number two, how can we be able to deal with them and how we can be able to cope with them. Because said and done, remember in this journey that we said of digging the well and having that holistic life, remember there is a lot of challenges you're going to meet. There is a lot of opposition that you're going to meet. So you need to be equipped how to deal with the office, how to deal with these kind of people, so at the end of the day you don't waste a lot of your positive energy fighting some unworth battle in life. I've seen guys who have fought for for a long time, and whatever they were fighting was not worth their energy, was not worth their time, was not worth their mind and everything else. So tonight, that is where we're going to base our discussion. How do we deal with negative energy, negative words, negative comments? Look, even our society, look at our social media. Once you go to your social media and probably you do something, out of 10 comments, 8 or 7 will be negative. It's like we are thriving on a negative society. It's like negativity is what is trending. It's like is what people are appreciating. How are we going to come out of this? How are we going to be a different, a different clique of guys who will want to see life from a positive angle? Just imagine in the society we are living today. You can be hungry, you don't have food, and you have 100 friends who don't care, who will call you lazy. You get to hospital, they not even get an opportunity to come and visit you. But my brother, my sister, when you kick the bucket, when your life comes to an end, those guys, they're going to open 101 WhatsApp group. It is easier for them to write a quick recovery than probably help to get there. It's easier for people to type rest in peace. Guys are going to ask for a permission from their job to drive 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers, and to come to attend your burial, and they never they were not concerned on how you're doing. Can we be able to change our perception, build a real society, real friends, those people who believes in you and what you do, and they want to celebrate you in your face? They don't have to wait when you're not there and then they can start talking behind your back. How can we deal with negative vibes in the society? That is our discussion. I was trying to build a base on how we can be able to deal with negative vibes. Now, you need to understand that in life, I remember, previous shows I talked about building, a backup system, having a system. Now, for you to be able to deal with negative vibes, whether from friends, whether from people who never appreciate anything good you do, those guys will never see you succeeding, those guys will never see you do better. For you to be able to get out of that place, because the moment you keep exposing yourself to negative vibes, what happens is one, they create a sense of doubt. You start thinking like you're not good enough. Number two, you feel like probably whatever you are supposed to do is not going to succeed. You can imagine going to ask someone for an opinion, and probably you trusted them, probably you believed in what they were supposed to tell you, and then they're like, man, you want to start a business in this current economy, you can't go anywhere. I'm telling you, you'll start now thinking, by the way, it makes sense. Look at how the dollar is trending. They'll start showing how for real it is not doable. So if you don't realize it's very important for you to deal with negative vibes, you'll never progress. Because the moment you listen to the negative vibes, what will happen is it start inclining your mind towards the negative sides. It starts showing you, by the way, you're living in a delusion. You're not living a real life. So you start doubting yourself, start feeling like, man, I think I need to postpone things. I need to take more time. And probably that was the best time. It's only that you listen to the negative vibes. So for you to be able to deal with negative vibe, number one, you need to understand who are your friends. And let me tell you, friends are not friends because you take a cup of tea with. Friends are not friends because they call you. You need to sit down and re-evaluate your friends. Those kinds that you call friends, that's the far place. And remember I said this, those guys that they have pulled you down are not those guys who don't know you. They are guys who know the moves that you're making. They're guys who knows how much you're earning. They know where you stay. Those are the guys, if they are not there to build you, they'll break you, because they have access a lot of information. They have access so much. And that's why I always tell people, know who are your friends. And I remember somewhere I was sharing and I was telling people, and I've always said these are golden rule, that friends don't choose you, you choose your friends. You cannot continue having guys who will always see the negative side of you. Those guys will always, whenever you try to make a stride, they're like they are pouring cold water on you. You need to know, you better have one friend who believe in you, a friend who can be able to tell you there is potential in you. But not those guys will tell you, boss, hii kitu wezi, wezi hakuna place unaenda, hiyo job usi apply, by the way wezi, hiyo sio ligi yako. The guys who always, they have kind of standard they have built for you. These are guys you need to run as fast as your leg can carry you. Guys who they pretend to be your friends, but the moment you leave, they have a circle and they start discussing you. And let me tell you, if any person will sit down and discuss you, or rather they will discuss somebody with you, I'm telling you, after you're gone, they're going to get somebody else and they're going to discuss you. And I always tell people, great mind don't discuss people. Great mind, they sit down and discuss idea. If you're to deal with negative vibes, you need to redefine your friends. You need to know who are those people you call friends. What value do they add to you? Because anything those guys will say towards your life, towards your vision, towards your family, towards your career, I'm telling you, it's going to, it's going to set something within you that will start creating what I've called the doubts. Are we together? You get to a place of, I need to stop this and reevaluate whatever I'm doing it is right. So please look at those guys that you're calling your friends. What are the things they tell you? Are those guys that you can sit down and you share the idea and they're like, they want to start from a negative side. They want, they want to start from a positive side. They want to see how well you can be able to make that idea, how you can be able to actualize that idea. Out of 10 of your friends, how many of them can be able to tell you, I'm ready to support you to actualize this idea? If you need to deal with your negative vibes, redefine your friends. Number 2, if you want to deal with negative vibes from people, from media, from everything, you need to create what I call a safe place. A safe place. There is a place that you have created for yourself. There is a place where, and you have boundaries. There are people you don't entertain to this level. There are words you don't entertain. And the moment you have a safe place, one thing you need to develop is authority to be in charge of your life. Have authority. You can tell guys, I'm not going to stomach that. I'm not going to pick that from that. There are guys who will take everything. No, you need to be in charge of your life. And you only do that when you have created your own space, when you have created your own league. This is my area. This is my show. This is how I lead it. So when you come into my show, you have to turn line. You have to know these are my principles. These are the words that I entertain. These are the values that I have. The guys who don't have a safe place for themselves. And I said you'll never have a safe place if you don't have a self-identity, if you're not self-aware of yourself, if you don't have confidence. Confidence to tell people, you cannot speak ill of me when I'm here. You cannot tell me I'm good for nothing. This is me. You see, you can have your own opinion, it's okay, but you cannot rob it of me. You see, this is something that guys we need to create a safe place. Let people know there are boundaries that you have created for yourself. There are guys that they know when it comes to time, there is a standard you have set for yourself. When it comes to dealing with your things, there are place that you have built a boundary for yourself. Now wase wanaanza kujua so and so atakagi mchezo, so and so wako hivi, because they haven't seen the way you have defined yourself, the way you have defined your space, and also in your space you have valued yourself so much that if guys were to look at you, they know. And I always say these never break a standard to accommodate people. Let them pull themselves, let them work on themselves, let them do everything they have to do until they come to where you are. Remember, it has taken years, it has taken night of cries, a lot of sacrifice to be where you are, and then you let guys just to come and pull you down. Build a safe place. If anyone want to be here, they must define themselves, they must make clear what are their principles, what are their value, because it has taken time for you to be where you are. My brother, my sister, don't bend your standard to accommodate people. If you also want to help them, give them a hand and bring them to where you are. Because if you go down where they are, mostly utacheza ligi yao. And you know what? Then they probably in a comfort zone. They don't know how much you have sacrificed. Tonight, do you have a safe place where you can fall? Have you created boundaries? That there are guys who probably, even if they were to make a call, they can't call you in that state, because someone will call you and shout at you and you're like, you're just there, umenyamaza. People need to know, and you have to define yourself for them. They don't have to define you. You define them, because they might not know what you're carrying. They might not know the path you're walking. They might not know the journey to where you are going. So it is your responsibility. If you're to deal with negative vibes to move on with this life, I'm telling you, you need to have a safe place where you fall back, and that becomes your defense area. That's a place where you rise and tell people, you can have your own opinion. That is okay. You're entitled to it. And I appreciate that is how you view me, but I know who I am. And do you know what? Guys will always have their own opinion, towards you, based on their perception, based on what they're going through at that particular moment, based on what they're thinking, based on their psychological stability. So guys will always have a way they will define you. But do you know what? That will remain to be them. There is a way you know yourself. If for you to progress and to deal with those negative energies that are pulling you down, create a very safe place. Number 3, for you to deal with negative vibes, you need to learn the tool of silence. Let me pause there. You need to learn the tool of silence. Tonight you need to understand, it's not every battle that you pick. It's not every word that you respond to. It is not all text that you receive you're supposed to answer. Some of you, just a simple text you replied have cost you mess. Some of the words that you had and you responded, you need to learn the act of silence. There is a lot of communication you do when there is silence. You need to understand, when these guys with negative words, what they're trying to do, they're trying to provoke you. And when they provoke you, they want to go where they are. And for you to show that you're in control of of your space, you need to internalize, what are they saying? Wait, is it worth my time? Is it worth my energy? Is it worth? And that's what I have always said in my show. Create a principle for yourself, principle, values, and standard. This will help you to know what to respond to. This will help you to know the kind of guys that you need to talk to and talk with. The guys will call you for 100 times, and if I answer this call, there is a mess that will be created. Sometimes what happens is silence help you to get the right answer. Silence help you to be in a right position to answer the question or anything that you're supposed to respond to. Number 2, when you give someone silence, if they're mature people, they'll be able to get a moment and ask themselves, is whatever I said right? Is whatever I said was okay at that particular moment? Is whatever I said, was able to express what I wanted to say without hurting somebody else? That happened when there is that moment of silence. So tonight I want to tell you, if you want to deal with negative vibes, guys, learn what to answer. Know what to answer. Silence in itself, it's also an answer, as they say. Those guys that they push you to the corner, waiting for you to burst, waiting for you to, cause drama. Those guys that will push you to the wall. Just take a minute and be silent. Just be silent a bit. And probably you're going to help yourself. There are words that you'll say and you can never take them back. Where you say, I wish I was silent. I wish I kept quiet. I wish. Before you say I wish, practice to evaluate. Take a moment even before you respond. There are guys who a text come, they don't even think through. They have replied. You see, and sometimes you have gotten yourself in mess. I was looking at, I was watching a program and I could see guys saying how they have gotten themselves into prison only because they act out of anger and they responded, whether a call, whether a text, whether WhatsApp, and boom, that's where they are, because they acted out of anger. And by the moment you feel you're angry, you are bitter, I'll tell you, try to practice silence. Sometimes it helps you. You get in touch with yourself and you get the right thing to say. But hii time yenyewe msee amewaka ameenda 4th floor na umeenda 5th floor, unaanza kwambia utajua mimi ni nani, utajua hata mimi nina mdomo. Please, sometimes you are too far ahead that there are words that you cannot allow to come out of your mouth. Tonight I won't tell you, learn to use silence is also as an answer. I'm seeing what is happening here. I want to get some few comments. I'm still having a challenge with my network, but I hope you guys are getting, and I believe my producer is able to monitor and tell us we're still on. So I might not be able to go through your comments now, but I'll check later. I will check later. So if you have a challenge, you just drop it there. Then my director will look into it as we move on. I'll also check it as we end. So I was saying, point number 3 is a place of silence. Number 4, you need to cultivate an attitude of being positive. Cultivate positivity in your mind. The moment you cultivate positivity, one thing you do, you also deal with the self and the negative energy that you carry. You see, I've found a lot of people, I've met a lot of people who from themselves they don't see anything good. They have all the negative words they can, they can think about. Me siwezi, I'm not good like so. I don't think I can do business. I don't think I can lead well. I don't think I'm a leader. I don't think I'm a business guy. I don't think unageta naona nikaa nimechizi. The guys who always have negative words, and you attract what you are. If you're negative towards yourself, the kinds that you're going to have, it's negative guys who are going to confirm what you are carrying. That's why it's very important to know what you are carrying, because what you are carrying, it's like a magnet. It attracts. So if you entertain negative thoughts, what will happen is you'll find yourself rhyming and walking and getting into accounts of negative guys. So if you want to deal with the negative vibes, you need first to get to a place of dealing with thin before you can deal without. And learn to see your life better. And I always tell people, that is your life. You don't have another life to live. Yes, it could be messy, but it's okay. You still have the ability to make a message out of that mess. It could be, you would be in a position of, a trying moment, confusion. You don't have a direction. You're feeling like, you're good for nothing. It's okay, because that's a moment. But you still have the mind to create a picture of how your tomorrow will be. So you'll never deal with negative people if you have not been able to conquer yourself. And I always say, the first mountain to conquer is yourself. The first person you need to convince that you can do whatever you want to do. The first person that you need to sit down and have a meeting and tell, no, I need to put my life in order. I need to put yourself in order. It is yourself. And if you cannot have a conversation with yourself and put yourself into order, you'll never put other people's in order in terms of how they're going to share with you. So it is very important to deal with that negative energy that you're still carrying. Either probably it's a seed that was planted either by your parents, either by the society, either by the school. The guys who went to school and the teachers were negative towards you, and the words they told you, and you think those words define you up to date. You're still holding on. You're still holding into your past what you are told. Whatever they said, that is them. God has preserved you up to this level because there is something you are carrying. You need to call yourself a meeting tonight and deal with those negative vibes that you are carrying. The guys who will define them from a negative side. The guys will give them a podium to say something and they'll start by complaining. The guys who will always complain about their life. There are people who will always complain about their situation. They never see anything good about their life. They never see anything good about their family. They never see anything about whatever they do. They keep complaining about their job. They keep complaining they're tall. They keep complaining they're short. Man, we can't. We can't. Unagoja sasa kwambia venye uko poa, lazima ujue. I remember saying in these shows that one, you need to understand, if you're waiting for guys to tell you how good you are, you are late. Even them, they're looking for someone to tell them they're okay. I wish tonight to be able to convince yourself and tell yourself, I need to develop a positive attitude towards myself, a positive attitude towards whatever I'm doing, a positive attitude towards my job, a positive towards my career, a positive attitude towards my friends. I wish you'll get that place, because if you have it in you, you're going to attract the like-minded people. Look at the guys that you have and the talks they have, the kind of discussion you have. It will tell you who you are. Actually, the kind of conversation you have with your friends, it is usually show the kind of a person you are. Negative vibes that you're carrying, negative energies that you're carrying, you need to deal with them. You need to deal with them. As I said, as you're defining your friend, define yourself. As you're creating a safe place, where you can fall back. As you're coming to a place of dealing with the mind, that place is very important. My last point that I want to talk this evening is how do you get to know negative guys with the negative energy? How do you get to know so that you can know how to deal with them? Negative guys, one thing they will, in life, those guys that are negative in mind and everything, they will never see anything good. They'll never. Hata ukalala chini wakute, they walk on you, or they will always say that you're not flat enough. They will get something to complain. Umevaa suti ya green, wanasema kone ukweka ya yellow. So they will never see anything good about you or good about anything. They always see negative in everything. Actually, they start from a negative. Wanaanza kutafuta whether there is something positive. They are always negative. And these are the guys that you need to watch and run away from. They will never see anything good. Kukinyesha ni shida, kukiwa na jua ni shida, ukiwatembelea kwenye kukamjana, ukikaa mke 1 hour koni by the way ujakaa for 2 hours, unashindo hata hiyo 1 hour nimekaa ni mimi tu nimejileta. They are always negative. They are always complaining. Are we together? Number 2, if you want to know a negative guy, they're always against risk taking. They never want to take a risk. They want to live in a comfort zone. They don't want to feel they're stretching. They want just to feel they're there. They are there. So these are the guys, because eventually what will happen is they will never entertain someone who is doing better than them. That's why they don't want to risk. And that's why they're always against, you getting deeper, you launching deeper, because they're like, if you do better than them. So for you not to get there, that they don't want to risk. They will never encourage you like, hey, you can do, go try, let's see. So if you want to know negative guys, they don't like to take risk. They don't appreciate risk taking. They want to live in a comfort zone. Everything is okay. That's where they are. Negative guys, one thing they will always stand out of them, they're always bitter. They within them, because when you're bitter, when you have negative thoughts, it's going to give birth to bitterness, anger, rage. They will shout for no good reason. They will click for no good reason. You see, they're not able to control their emotions. They're not able to be in touch with themselves. They're not able to evaluate themselves. This is what I'm going through. This is where I need to change. They're not able, because whatever is with within them, it is negative. And there is no way negative will ever give happiness. There is no way you have negative thoughts and you have joy. There is no way you'll be able to celebrate somebody else when you're bitter, because that thing just blinds you and it makes you to feel like everybody is against you. Everybody, hates you. So at that moment, these guys are bitter. And they can throw words, they can cause drama even where there is no need. Ushaingia kwa matu napata mse ajarudishiwa 10 shillings na konda na ata cause drama kwa hiyo mat, hakuna wadata sema. Unashindwa those words you are calling or you're mentioning and all those things, are they worth based, or rather are they worth compared to 10 shillings? How much will it cost you to let the 10 shillings go and maintain your peace? How much will it cost you just to, don't exchange words with that guy and still have your peace? How much will it cost you? How much will it cost you to kumwambia, okay, it's okay, guy, sikuwa na vita, it's okay? How much will it cost to maintain that peace? But those guys who are bitter, those guys who are negative, man, they are like, anataka tu kupata opportunity ya kublow out kenye kiko ndani yake, anatafuta moment ya kuleta what is within him, because there is nothing good in him. So every time they will cause battle, every time they want to fight, ushaona msee in life ile relationship umekuwa na yeye kila time nashinanga tu kwa wao mpaka unashindwa kwani ukwenda kwa ami, because his minds, his approach to life is about war, it's about battle. Hakuna moment atacheka, anakuwaga tu always serious for no good reason. Akicheka kidogo hivi mpaka unaweza mbaya soda. Guys, tonight as we're dealing with negative vibes, I wish and I pray you'll be able to do a self-evaluation. Evaluating yourself internally and see what are the things that you're still holding on. And I always say this, that the moment you're holding to a negative past, it's like building a prison, employing yourself as a prison warden, and then put yourself there and guard yourself that you never move. It is that serious. Any moment you're holding to the past, that is not helping you, because the past is supposed to give you a lesson so that you can live a better tomorrow. But if you're still holding to those grudge, if you're still holding to those bitterness that you went through, I'm telling you, you're destroying yourself and you'll never see anything good. You'll never see anything good within you. You'll never see anything good outside you. So tonight, if you want to progress, if you want to live that well within you, if you want to have sweet water within you, if you want to have guys coming to enjoy your life, they can draw something out of you, you need to learn, 1, to cope with negative energy. Number 2, how to deal with it. Number 3, how to avoid it. You need to know, this guy, if he cannot do away with him, how am I going to live with him? There are moments where you listen to people, but you don't hear them. Are we together? Unasikia hii side, inatokea hii side ingine. You don't retain anything. It's like you are there and you are not hearing anything. Guys, don't let those guys' words define you. They're guys who are beaten with life and they want to make everybody within their circle to be beaten. They're guys who are done with life and they want to make sure that everybody else within them, they're done. They're guys who have given up in life and anything they can give is negativity and giving up. Don't entertain these kind of guys. It is done and settled. If you have to progress, you need to deal with negative vibes. I want to check your comments and I'll request my director to kindly allow me to have the machine, because I can see my phone today have disappointed me. Yes, thank you, guy. I want to see what you're saying. Wow. This is great. This is amazing what you guys are saying. Nimo, thank you for coming. Shaluta, clear and audible. Loud and clear. Good evening, Sam. Eunice, karibu sana. Joe, yes, Joe, thank you for coming in. I'm looking at your views. This is great. This is great. Thank you. Monica, thank you so much. Any question you'd want to post? Any reaction as we come to the end of our show? Any question? Any comments? But guys, thank you. We are looking forward at every time to be able to build ourselves better, greater. And everything that we are holding in this show, it's for us to make great people and to unlock that potential that is within us. And we'll do everything that will cause us, everything that is required, everything that is needful. By the end, we'll have gotten somewhere. We have gotten something within us that can propel us to the next level. So thank you so much. God bless you. Looking forward to see you next week, same time, same place. If you have any comment, any query, leave it at the comment section. Keep sharing, keep tagging those guys. Let's build this show together. Let's do this thing together. So thank you so much. God bless you. Looking forward to meet you next week on Thursday. Same place, same time, same show. The Well Show. God bless you.